Hey guys, Frizzy Brony here, and we've got another episode. We're on Season 7, Episode 13, and apparently this one is going to make me cry. It's the one I avoided for the longest time, staying off social media for the most part to avoid spoilers, as it's unavoidable. It came out in Canada like a month ago, or Australia, I can't remember where. Whoever had the advanced schedule, it came out there a month ago, and it dropped here roughly around a few days ago. So a lot of the online community that aren't as up on the schedule pretty much know what's going to happen, and the spoilers and the pictures and everything's come out. I myself know that this is the episode where we find out a lot about AJ's parents. I don't know any more than that. I just know that we're going to actually get to see them. Whether or not it's flashback, whether or not they're still alive, they're dead as we confirmed, we don't know. We're going to see it in this episode, and hopefully I'm not going to cry. Even so, my glasses will hide it if I do. Hopefully. But yeah, as always, we're going to watch the episode. It's going to be down in the corner. I've moved to this side of the camera now, and that area is where it's going to be because there's something going on down there that I can't move. So, yeah, swapped around for this week. Or for however long this situation is going to take. You're not going to see what it is, but the episode's going to be covering it up. So, yeah, I've got a hanky ready in case I do start crying like a overgrown man-child watching a cartoon about ponies, but it seems it's going to be interesting. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Starts off very well with an apple bloom, and I see a lot of cowboy hats. I'm still very, very concerned. And I can never actually remember any of the Apple family names.
I'm Grand Pear.
Welcome to Ponyville.
You mean welcome back to Ponyville?
Pear.
Grand Pear was originally from here before he opened his famous Pear Jam store in Vancouver.
Really?
Yay,
Why'd
world
you move
expansion.
I needed a change of pace.
back? Huh. That's just delicious.
That voice.
I can't believe I've gone my whole life without
I
ever
don't
having
know if
this.
that is...
Glad you like it.
How much?
I think that's William Shatner.
Wow. Thanks, Mr. Grandpair, sir.
And so far, he's just woken
It
up.
was real nice meeting you.
So, William Shatner's now joined our ranks. Great.
Glad you're back, Sugar Cube. Just in time for breakfast for dinner.
Oh no.
I got the perfect topper for flapjacks at the market today.
Pear jam?
You traitorous bitch! Oh. Just immediately resort, smash the ground, dig down and hide the jam. Right. So, we've got Granny Smith, Apple, against Grand Pear. I think I can see where this is going, and I wasn't expecting it, but I'm gonna love it. But so far, a great way to start, although I still love the fact that Applejack pretty much denies the validity of any fruit other than apples. That's the word I was looking for.
What's the big deal? It's just pear jam.
The big deal is that there is a long-standing feud between the apples and the pears.
That we've never heard about.
Why?
Why? Well, actually, I'm not really sure. You have any idea, Big Mac?
I know we're meant to be angry, but I
Then
don't
I guess
know
we
why.
should ask Granny? Ask me what?
What goes better with
Do I
apples
have
than
to
a
choke
flapjack?
some pony?
Caramel syrup or praline?
Praline? Oh, that smells great, Applejack. I'm gonna go wash up for
When
supper.
did we get this pie in the middle of the kitchen?
Listen, Sugar Cube. Anytime
Why
Big
did the
Mac
floor boy
ever
change
asked Granny
colour?
about the feud or the pears, she'd get so upset she couldn't talk. Best not bring it up.
Okay, but that grandparent was really nice to me, even though I'm an apple. I wonder what happened.
Because he
Me
doesn't
too.
know you're an
But
apple.
if we
You're
can't
young.
ask Granny, I don't know who. We can ask Goldie Delicious. If any pony knows about the feud, it's the family historian.
Road trip.
What do you say, Big Mac? Sibling trip first thing tomorrow?
Yup.
Granny, we're leaving you. Okay. Crazy cat lady. Catalan.
Now that's how you make an entrance. Or is it an exit? Well, anyway, it's so wonderful to see you three. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, Goldie, we were hoping you could tell
Kitty
us
cat.
about the feud with the apples and the pears.
Oh dear. Well, does Granny Smith know you're here?
No, ma'am. But I ran into Grandpa
I
yesterday.
don't know why. I
It
want to
was
say
real
that that's
nice.
Peter New
Maybe
doing
the feud
Goldie's
was a
voice. And if so,
misunderstanding or
it's
something,
fantastic.
and we can fix it.
Well, I don't know about that, little one, but if it's the story you're after, I suppose you have a right to know.
Goldie
Now,
Delicious.
let's see here. I'm gonna
Can I
stab
just
up
call her
someplace.
Pear?
Oh,
Auntie
Happy Family
Appleseed or
History,
something.
Volume 137.
Who knows?
Here we are. Feud with the bears. I mean pears. My eyes ain't what they
I want to
used
see
to
that
be.
episode.
A long time ago, Sweet Apple Acres wasn't the only farm in Ponyville. In fact, there was another one just right next door.
Come and get your apples. Nothing sweeter than biting into a crisp apple on a beautiful fall day.
Unless, of course,
Is that-
you could bite into a juicy pear.
Is that a young Granny Smith?
Please, pears are just what happens when you ain't no good at farming apples.
Pears are nature's
I want to say
candy.
that's Granny Smith, but I haven't seen the
Apples
cutie
are
one yet.
sour, like the expression on your face right now.
Yep, that's Shatner.
And so it went. The Granny and Grandpa.
Hey, that is-
Who was the best
once again,
farmer? Who
young
could
Granny
tell the
Smith
trees?
is
If the Granny
adorable.
read to her trees at
She's
night,
giving up the whole bonnet thing, though.
The little tree
But
reaches
look at that-
its branches
look at
up
that
to
outfit.
the moon in the
Oh,
moon.
look at that mane style. It's just so cute.
Why then, Grandpa had special blankets made for his trees so they wouldn't get cold.
Good night, trees.
I can believe William Shatner talks to trees. If you've ever seen him in Puss in Boots, don't. But you can believe that he will talk to trees.
In fact, all the apples and the pears were rivals to the core.
We're rivals to the
The
core.
only apple and pear who ever got along were Bright Macintosh and Pear Butter.
I'm not supposed to talk to you.
I'm not supposed to talk to you either.
My mom says if you hold a buttercup under your chin, it'll make your chin glow. But it doesn't work on me. See?
Does it work on me?
It sure does, Buttercup.
Buttercup. I like that name.
Wait an apple picking minute. Bright Mac and Buttercup, those are our parents' names.
Of course, Buttercup was just a nickname your father gave your mother, Pear Butter. Well, that was her given name.
Are you saying our mother was a hare?
Family crap. Jeremy Kyle in this place.
Pear?
I'm half bear. Oh, shoot me now.
Well, no pony called your mother Pear Butter.
Don't really want to go on the internet to the fact that they were basically
Pear Butter don't look too much different from apple butter. So
newborn.
who was there?
when they developed
Is
an
there
attraction. But
anything else
they're
you
so
can tell us about them?
adorable. What was that? So that
I
was
know they loved each other
Bright
very
Macintosh
much. They had that
and Pear Butter.
star-kissed other side of
that
a
is so
rainbow
cute.
kind of love. You couldn't be around them too long and not feel a little bit lighter than air yourself.
Anything else?
I love. Is that what Granda's want to talk about? It's like the whole.
Volume 138
Actually, I was going to say
for that.
Batman situation, but they're dead.
I'm sure I could wrangle it in a couple of days.
That's all right.
You're an oversized kitty cat.
Nice just to hear it.
Oh, I just remembered something. Your dad and his buddy Burnt Oak would get in all kinds
Applejack's
of
just there
trouble
like,
together as
oh
colts.
crap, I'm half
Burnt
bear.
Oak? The firewood sales pony? I haven't seen him in ages.
He and your dad were thick
Their
as
entire
thieves back
world's
in the
been
day.
flipped upside
You ought to
down
talk
now.
to him.
Which now means that the Apple family are. He's just like, one day,
Well,
one day you will die and I will eat you.
What can I do for you? I know you're not here for firewood. You got more trees than any pony in Ponyville.
You're right.
Top notch
We're not
pizza.
here for that.
Come to ask about your dad?
Which I'm not sure if that is Peter.
Yup.
I wondered if you might. Hoped you would. It's nice to talk about.
Never brought the subject up
We had
myself,
a lot of
but,
laughs.
you
In
know.
fact, this one time, we were racing to see who could till the fastest, and Bright Mac was leading me in the dust. He would have won, too, if he wasn't so distracted.
Look at that ass! Oh. They've upped their game on the facial animations.
Oh! Pear butter, what did you do?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
You didn't do
hell
it, son.
no.
Excuse me?
The water silo. It was my fault.
God, that's so cute.
Well, you owe me a new silo, boy. And you? Come with me.
How dare you be
Don't
doing your
mine is
work?
gonna make goo-goo eyes and an apple.
Aw. Big Mac looks like his dad, and AJ got his hat.
Grandpa never would have known it was your father's fault. There was no way he'd let your mother take the blame for something he did.
So Dad was super honest. Apple doesn't fall far from
I
a
still don't
tree,
like the
huh?
fact that they refer to them in the past tense.
Your dad worked the apple farm all day and then headed over to the pears on his breaks to fix the water silo. I didn't see him for weeks. Now that he
was all
minded,
good up
gave him a
until the
chance to get to
accident.
know your mom.
Did you know her mom too?
Buttercup was a real peach of a pear. But if you want to know more about her, you should ask Mrs.
Right,
Kate.
no switching up the
Kate?
peaches and the
She and your
pears.
mom were inseparable when they were fillies.
Then let's go.
Tiny
Thanks,
cake!
Burnt Oak.
Bring us a tiny cake! Ah!
Would it be okay if we stop by again sometime to hear more stories?
I'd like that very much.
You know, you look very much like your father.
Well, cinnamon
cake.
sugar on toast. All three apple siblings.
Hi, Mrs. Cake. We heard you and our
got
mom
a
and
bad
dad lived with
feeling.
friends, and we were hoping you could tell us a bit about her.
Oh, I would love to. I never knew the right time to bring it up, but I'm so
So
glad
what
you
is her
did.
name? She can't just be called Mrs. Cake.
Did you all know that it was your mom
She needs
who
a name.
convinced me to pursue baking?
What isn't your name, Mrs. Cake?
Not always. Back
Buttercream.
when I was chiffon swirl, I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
Fitting.
But one day, your
Fitting.
mom brought me some candied pears, eggs, flour, sugar, and vanilla, and told me to just be creative. Next thing I knew, I was whipping up pear upside down cake, and I got my cutie mark. It was like she knew what I was supposed to
Chiffon
do long
swirls.
before I
Cute
did.
name.
Just like you, Sugar Cube. Or rather, you're just like her.
That was the first of many cakes for me, and Buttercup was
It would have been
with
funny
me
though if
through
her
it
name was
all.
Buttercream.
She'd be my taste tester. Help with the decorating,
So you'd have Buttercream and Buttercup.
and prep new ingredients. Over the
Die.
years, I perfected my recipes.
Although
Your
I had
mom
a
did
slight
so much
problem
for
because
me.
everything I
One
made
day, I
contained
wanted
pear.
to surprise her with a cake.
Oh. I too. Slight downgrade in the facial animations there. That laugh was creepy.
Oh, it's just you. Sorry. I just brought you a little something to say thank you.
Oh my god,
Hi,
the
dear
bags.
Busy.
Oh, well, not really bags, but you know what I mean.
Promise you won't say anything.
That's so cute. Middle-aged Granny Smith. Oh, that face.
We do not
That face was
fraternize
adorable.
with pears.
No. Yo.
You and Bright
I love that in one episode we've now got two new
It
iterations
with my own eyes.
of
Your
Granny
families
Smith.
hate each other. I
We've
can't
now got
help
4
it.
different
It's just
incarnations of her throughout her life.
Thin pear butter
Faux,
told me the sweetest
Philly.
love story I have ever heard.
Mare and Grandmare.
Happy 131,456 hour anniversary, darling.
Stalker.
That's way longer than we've been together.
I know, but it's the anniversary of the first time I called you Buttercup.
Aww.
It's okay if you didn't get me anything.
Actually, I did.
A guitar? For me?
Applejack gets it from her mother.
I don't know how to play.
Quiet, you.
We're far apart in every way, but you're the best part of my day. And sure as I breathe
This is an adorable song, but immediately it's making me think of Maggie May by Rod Stewart.
on a prickly path that goes on for miles. But it's worth it just to see.
I don't even care if this video gets flagged now. I'm listening to this.
And I cannot be pulled apart from the hold you have in my heart. And even if the world tells us it's wrong, you're in my head like a catchy song.
Wow, it's just wow.
Do you like it? Be honest now.
I feel like
It's the best
singing.
gift you could have given me.
Sugar Bell. Don't know where that came from.
May fall, but I'll be with you through them all. And rain or shine, you'll always be mine. On a prickly path that goes on for miles.
Didn't know Granny Smith was such a prejudiced person.
Who makes it all worthwhile.
I won't go quite as far as saying racist.
And you should not blame me too if I can't help falling in love with you.
Hey, no fair. I was gonna tell you the same thing.
You're just mad I beat you to it.
Oh, this is so sweet.
I'm telling you, I was gonna pull you up, cover your eyes, lead you over here, and say surprise.
Oh. Not quite as well as
And then you'd
scheduled.
say, "Oh, right, Mac, I love it." And then I'd say, "I love you." Too bad it didn't work out, though.
Yep. Too bad.
Oh.
The pears are moving.
I mean, I figured the pears moved, but I didn't know all that stuff happened before with Granny and Grandpa.
You must have been really hard on our parents.
Yes, your grandmother was
was.
quite the racist.
We're moving
Said it.
to Vancouver?
Said it.
That's so far.
It's what's best. There's acres of untouched land and a warehouse to make our jams. We'll get to expand our business and get away from those gosh darn apples.
Pear butter was
don't know why.
devastated, but seeing no way out of it, she did what she had to do.
Shatner's voice just
So,
sounds so
that's
perfect
it?
for
What do you want
the
me to
older
do, Right Mac?
generation.
We're moving. I love you, but I have to stay with my family.
Elope.
Then Bright Mac did the most romantic thing I've ever seen any pony do.
Got her pregnant.
We're gonna need one more pony to tell that story.
Mayor, you knew our parents?
Not as well as
I
Mrs.
really
Cake,
like
but
this
I
that they're
did play a
bringing
part
in
in
the
their love
older
story.
grouping of
The
the
night
ponies.
before the Pear family moved, Bright Mac asked me to meet him at the edge of Sweet Apple.
It's before she started dyeing her mane. Yes!
I don't want to be apart from you, ever.
Oh.
I'm not sure what we'll do, but I'm sure of us.
Sweet.
So sure that I'd marry you today.
I would too. I think that's my cue.
I
She's
had
so
long
adorable with her
officiating
pink
your
mane.
parents' secret wedding, and it was perfect. Bright Mac knew Buttercup wouldn't want a big splash,
Reminds me of some pony else I know.
Yep.
so they had a special way to seal their vows.
I now pronounce you.
What is going on?
I'm not gonna
What's
make the
with all
jokes
these
there.
hair candles?
Pear butter, where are you? You're supposed to be packing.
That was adorable.
What are you two doing?
Ma, Grandpa, Buttercup and I are in love.
What? And we'll be married as soon as Mayor says.
Oh, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Doesn't that feel nice? Mwah.
What are you talking about, married? You two can't be married.
Finally, something we can agree on. Pear, butter, enough of this nonsense. We're moving. And you gotta stick with your family.
But
Hello?
the apples are my family now, too.
Everyone's like, no.
Are you choosing to be an apple over being a pear?
Are you making me choose?
Yes, I am.
Then yeah, I guess I am.
Fine.
Can't believe Grandpa just up and left Ma like that. No wonder Granny never told us about enemies.
I've lost all my hatred for my
These
mom
things
for
are
being an
never
actual
easy.
pear. But
And it's hard to know when it is a good time. It seems to me that now's as good a time as any.
To talk to both our
still not
grandparents.
confirming that they're alive. Still want to say that Grandpa went on a murderous rampage.
Excuse me, Grandpa?
I'm Applejack, and this year's Big Macintosh. But you already know who we are,
You
don't
look
you?
like some pony I
Sure
don't know.
do.
Did you really move to Ponyville just for a change of pace?
No.
Then you came here because you're sorry and you want to get to know us
I find
too?
it weird though that we haven't seen.
So sorry. I was just so angry. But I never.
It's in the past, Grandpa. Oh,
Nobody
can I
gives
call
a
you
shit.
Grandpa?
Sure can.
We haven't seen Granny's significant other or Grandpa's significant other, so.
We've been all over, learning about our parents.
You have?
And our grandfather.
What?
So, you're back, hmm?
Sure am. Never should have left.
I
Finding you
like
and
the idea of how
Grandma
close he
Mom
had
and
to
Dad,
probably be to a
feel like
microphone
I
to
found
do
a piece
that.
of me I didn't even know was missing.
Hearing their story makes me
It's
feel
just that, like,
closer to them somehow.
I'm sorry. I should have told you all about him sooner.
And I should have been here. I can't believe I let a silly
Once again,
feud keep me.
I like
from
his
my
voice
family.
acting, but it's as if he
Nothing's
is literally
keeping you
just
from us
pressing
now.
up against a microphone.
Not miss anything else.
Applejack's
You're close to
right.
death anyway.
Welcome back, prickly old pear.
Right,
Thanks,
Apple.
you old crabapple.
Ah.
Now that we're all together, there's something we want to show you. Mom and Dad left us something to remember them by. Come
The
on.
guitar! Once again, Mum and Dad left us something.
Wait,
That is actually really.
it's beautiful.
It's impossible.
If anything's gonna make
It's
it
an
good,
pear
it's
tree.
apples and pears.
Purple. It's purple. Or a pear. Aw. Maggie, I wish I'd never seen your face. Maggie, I wish that I'd never seen your face. Well, Jesus. Didn't cry. I'm happy that I didn't do that. But at the same time, wow. That is... I have got goosebumps. I have got shivers. My hairs are standing on end. And that is really, really cool. As usual, I'm going to rewatch that episode. And I'm going to come back with my thoughts. And... yeah. Well, we're back. I've rewatched the episode. And my God. I didn't think that MLP would be able to create an episode that would hit me as much as that did. Not because of any sentimental reason. Just based on what it does for the entire world that the show has created over the last 7 seasons, or 6.5 seasons so far. As an episode, it wasn't the most action-packed, it wasn't the most funny, but it was one of the best episodes that has come out of the entire show. Because it spans several decades, several generations, really. Because it's going from the base knowledge that we know that the characters have to have parents, and a question that's been asked in the fandom so long, which is, what has happened to their parents? And we always assume that the 2 stars in one of the episodes was them, and it was symbolic that they were no longer around. Hence why Apple Bloom, Applejack, and Big Mac live with Granny Smith, rather than the parents looking after Granny Smith and having the kids. Since we've seen all of the others' families, we've actually seen every family now, which is incredible. We now have a complete main 6 family circle. But wow, to go that whole gambit of showing the development of the family, a true love story, which is something that could have been done so wrong and so quickly. It was given due time, due attention, and it was absolutely adorable in all the best ways. The fact that we can clearly see where each one of the kids, all 3 of them, get a talent or an aspect from their mum or dad is really nice. And having that family history as well. We got to see so much of Granny Smith. I said it in the actual review. We now have 4 clear iterations of Granny Smith. But to see the parents go from Philly and Colt to teenagers to fully grown and then getting married, that is just gorgeous. The entire episode can be described as gorgeous. The symbolism of not actually having a wedding ring. We wondered how marriages would be handled outside of unicorns, because we saw with Shining Armor and Cadence when they had theirs, they actually had proper rings that they put on their horns, which had the whole sort of wedding motif. That was a more traditional wedding for Earth ponies, and it was gorgeous. I like the symbolism of exchanging a seed. I refused to make the dirty joke. I will say right now, in the post-episode wrap-up, I love the symbolism of them exchanging seed. Removing all lewd connotations from it into a symbolic one, because we know they eventually had 3 kids. But the fact that their symbolism of marriage was exchanging an apple seed and a pear seed and planting them on the opposite side with each other, which, as we saw at the end, resulted in that gorgeous combined tree, was very, very nice, both as a symbol and as an actual act. Going through the parent struggle, I want to say that this was Hasbro's really, really delicate way of tiptoeing around racism, because we know that they love to put morals and themes into these episodes, and it might just be looking too deeply into it, but the fact that you had such prejudice between apple and pear, so much so that it was you are not associating with them, it did seem this was like a very vanilla way of skirting around the racism border, and they handled it so nicely, especially on the one part: are you an apple or a pear? Are you making me choose? That moment is like exemplifying to everyone. Never confine people. Never box them in, because you were going to get a really nasty surprise. And I love the fact that immediately after that, even though Granny Smith was the one who was always seeming the more get in the middle and push them aside, the moment Pear Butter was essentially renounced by her father, she just went right up to her and gave her a hug, showing we have a family history, but that is beyond the mark. And if you are willing to give up your family for hours of your own selflessness, then I cannot be angry at you. Granny Smith, once again, she was like a tritagonist in this, or a tritagonist and a whatever you would call for a protagonist and an antagonist at the same time in both the tri-area. It was as much as the parents and the apples finding about their history as it was about Granny Smith developing as a character in the background as well. But enough of that. As an Apple Family episode, they're always the most interesting, because the Apple Family does have that rich history. We've gone and seen Twilight's family. We haven't got as much detail on that. Rarity's family seldom pop up. Pinky's family got quite a bit last season, which is always good, seeing her family as well as Maud. Rainbow Dash, we've only just been introduced to her family, and they are adorable. But I think right now, I can see why the fandom's hearts have been stolen by Bright Mac and Pear Butter, because they are just... They embody what everybody wants from a relationship. They are so cute. Song was beautiful. The song nearly made me cry. That verged me on tears. If it wasn't just for the fact that I immediately started hearing Rod Stewart, and I may have said Maggie May, might have actually been You Wear It Well. Either way, it's one of those songs got stuck in my head, and that just about edged me back from crying. But after re-listening to the song, I'm definitely going to be keeping that, and I'm going to be learning that on the piano because it is so good. Once again, the music team on the show has done an absolutely stellar job. So much so they use it for the credits, which is significant. Now, the big thing. We've seen the Apple family history going from founding Ponyville, up through the development of it, and now to the point where Applejack's parent, or the Apple parents, we'll just call them that, have got married, but they didn't yet have Big Mac. So we've still got that weird question of between getting married and having Apple bloom, what happened? Where are they now? They may still be alive. They may be dead. We won't know yet until someone says something definitive. But there have been clues placed around. Very clever choice of wording from the ponies around the town. When reminiscing, they did sound a lot like it's, oh, we just haven't seen them. But it was, we haven't seen them because they might not be around with us any longer. Which gives credence to the 2 stars in the night sky theory. On the other hand, it was during the Celestial Problems episode, or the Royal Problem episode, where we saw Daybreaker. During the dream sequences, where we saw all of the different bubbles, one of them was of a baby Applejack. Now, I thought that that might have been Granny Smith's, but that could equally be that it's one of the parents still alive and dreaming. Which, that's just me reading into it. I saw a baby Applejack in the dream, and I'm thinking that may be a little nod, since they knew the parent episode was coming up. It's like teasing, oh yeah, we're going to see something from the parents, but also, they are around. They're just not there anymore. And I can see that we will need another episode for that. Because we've now seen they've got married, and Grandpère did a runner and moved to Van Hoover. We've had that confirmed in the show now. Yay, I think we might have had it before. If not, I can't remember, but now it's confirmed. Van Hoover is there. It was on the maps and everything, but we've now got in-show confirmation. So the Pear family moved there and left Pear Butter behind. We know that Pear Butter must have stayed there to have the kids. But it is that question, where are they now? We need another episode, whether it's next season or the season after, so we've got the full picture and we can concrete it in. But I've rambled on enough about this. I'm going to say it might not be my favourite out of characters because of waifu material and pure comedy, but just as a raw emotion episode, this is the best we've had in the entire show. This is the best episode to embody why adults can love this show as well. I'm saying that now. This is my pick for why adults can truly appreciate this show. It's the finest example. I'm looking forward to what we're going to get for the next one, which shouldn't be too far away. It's a couple days till we've got that one, then a couple days till I record and upload that one. Season 7, episode 14, I believe, and looking at the summary, it's going to be a rarity episode, so I can always look forward to those because, well, let's face it, she is Best Main 6, hence why she has become part of my little collection. So we're all going to be waiting for that episode, or I'm at least waiting for that episode coming up in a couple days' time. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If there were any small nods and references that I missed, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this episode? What are your theories about the apple parents? Comment down below. Remember to like this video, share it around, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you're new, subscribe, share it around, like it, share the Frizzy love. And guys, until the next video, take care.